Welcome to Las Vegas, Nevada, Allegiant Stadium, home of the Oakland Raiders, but today, home to the start of another exciting college football season as we are ready to crank it up here in Vegas in the Las Vegas Kickoff Classic. A top 25 showdown coming up, two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the Maryland Terrapins. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Offense set on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's going to take a shot. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. SEC versus the Big Ten. They compete at everything. They try to outspend each other, and they certainly want to beat each other on the field.
So many national championships, so many Heisman Trophy winners shared between these two conferences, David. Everybody gets excited when the Big Ten takes on the SEC.
And these games matter so much. The fans get so amped up, so juiced up, to the point where we hear in the stands what? SEC. SEC. They wouldn't say that if conference pride wasn't a real thing.
He'll try to do it himself. At the 45 on his way. Got a lot of running room. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
And the Gators have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Got his man quickly. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. From the gun, the ground game. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
That's a really good-looking run. I tell you, it's not easy to start at the running back position for the Florida Gators. When you think of where they can recruit in the state of Florida and really nationally, they've got a lot of the best around the country in high school wanting to come play here. So it says a lot if you're RB1 in this offense, but this dude shows you why. Speed and playmaking ability all day long.
He's going to pass. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the 1st down.
Hand off from the shotgun. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal.
I'm amazed by this offense. This is how you set the tone for a game. Running, throwing on the opening drive, driving it right down the field. You just run to set yourself up now. They are feeling it.
Wide out in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
They're going to run it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Gator. They're on the board first here in the season opener.
And I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road. You know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players. We've seen that before. There was no hesitation. Opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. If you like old-fashioned, grinded-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, David.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. Heaves it into trouble, and he finds trouble with the pick. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
It's just part of playing the position.
They're backed up, 1st and 10 from their own 1. First up, they've got to avoid disaster. Standing in his own end zone, looking to throw. He lets it fly. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
You hear about shot plays all the time. Offensive coordinators love to take deep shots down the field. They plan them. They plan when they're going to do them. And I bet you we'll plan to see a few more throughout this game.
Now facing 2nd and 10 from their own 1 and hoping to avoid a disaster. From his end zone, trying to loosen up this D. Makes the catch down the right side. Running into the open space. Oh, look out. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Florida.
What an enormous play, the 99-yard touchdown pass. But Palmer, when you're in that end zone and you're backed up, you could take a safety. What's going through your head?
Oh, man, your clock's going on. You know you got to get the football out quick, but I'll tell you, you're also licking your chops because you know in this area of the field, you probably have one-on-one opportunities to the outside. So if you get time and you're able to make an accurate throw, you could hit.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. Going up top on first down. Quick strike complete. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
Routes like that are great times to be quarterbacks. I got great, fast, speedy guys on the outside. Quick drag route, get the ball in his hands, let him do the rest.
Looking to throw on second down. He stopped almost immediately. He didn't get much, but he didn't need much. They've got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Clock now inside 4 minutes as we're getting later in the first half. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Cook. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
The Gators are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. This offense now down the field scores some points.
Dang, Homer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Still running at the 40. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's up to 51 yards on the ground, and he wanted to make a first impression, and he's doing that in this opening game. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Fast motion from the offense. They are on the... The 32, and they pick up another first down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the right. He caught it, and he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Gators!
I know we're only in game one, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. He'll come out throwing on first down, using the quick game. Quick timeout called by the offense after the play.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all the linebackers, all the congestion. He just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, Fresh said,
oh, he wants it all. Makes the catch on the left. Running toward the tape. Touchdown, Florida! Reeled it in and just made the house call.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They'll run play action. Getting some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. He'll set up to throw. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Pushes ahead for 2 to the 7-yard line.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last one.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
The line of scrimmage, the 2, and these final 2 yards might be the toughest here on 3rd down. They'll try to pound their way in. Touchdown, Gators! And the beatdown has ensued.
And it's been more of the same in the 2nd half for this offense, doing whatever they want. What a start to the season, man. This is exactly what you draw up. Everything they drew up in the offseason has worked in game 1, and that's why they are dominating this football game.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David. And he breaks into the open. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds.
You got to feel good for this kid, too. He worked so hard this past offseason to put himself in position to be the starting running back, and he's got a lot of skill, guys. He's got speed, open field running ability. I think he's going to be a big part of the offense this season.
Unloads it downfield. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers.
And that is a heck of a play by that defender knocking that ball away, David. It looked like that had explosive play at minimum, touchdown written all over it. He was able to show the catch-up speed and knock it down.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, when you're beat, you just got to put your head down, chase as hard as you can, don't look up for the football. Nice job playing the football in the air. Listen, it was a slow developing play, a big-time chance to create some momentum with the trick play, but the defense played it beautifully.
Scrambling away. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The Gators will punt it away on 4th down. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And the return man has no place to run, no place to... Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Trying to get the corner. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Quickly complete. At the 40, there he goes. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. He's got him this time.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
Yeah, and I just need a crease. I need you offensive linemen, just like right here. Great job holding the point of attack. Don't let any penetration come in. Give me a little sliver, and then you see the running back, Palmer. He'll do the rest, lower his shoulder, make sure he gets the 1st down.
Yeah, it means a lot to this offense, too, to have a guy like this that always just seems to fall forward. He always, in these short yardage situations, knows where that 1st down marker is, and he's able to get those hidden yards in piles, driving his legs.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have 2 hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to
the Gators sending the offense back to work. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball.
Hit the gas, kid, wide open. open ahead. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. They are in no mood to show any mercy as they keep flexing their muscle on offense.
Up big in the fourth quarter, and you just keep taking shots down the field. That tells you something, okay? You can take what you want from it, but this offense definitely not interested in running clock, interested in making.
Touchdown, Florida! And the pummeling has started. Another touchdown for this guy, and he's starting to get in a groove the way Terry Dean did when he set the single-game record with 7 touchdowns.
Another one. I mean, just putting up stats. This guy's finding the end zone, and he can do it all. Just showing it off left and right. When you play in such a physical league like the SEC, but you got a guy like this that can and score big plays and big touchdowns, good luck stopping him.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Time is short. Defense still has 3 timeouts, but it's a mountain in front of them, Jesse.
Yeah, the worst-case scenario now for this offense is victory formation, victory formation, victory formation, punt, win the game.
No doubt about it. When you're up 2+ possessions, there's no way for the defense to get back in the game. So take a knee, get out of here with the dub.
Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left. They've moved it into scoring territory. 1st and 10 from the 11. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Calls his own number. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes his connection. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. After this, it'll be a wrap. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down. The old coaching cliche, go 1-0 every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
That great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season. But 1-0, that's where you want it to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. He definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice is for. But if you're the coaching staff, I think you're very, very positive right now moving forward.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome to the swamp, the giant that the head ball coach awakened, one that thrived in urban renewal, and now one where only the Gators get out alive. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see, the Sharks taking on the #1 team in the land, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer. A great spot to start this drive for the offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Going for a big play right off the bat.
Well, even though that pass was incomplete, I wouldn't be shocked if this defense in the second half decides to play some deeper coverages. This offense has already shown they're willing to be aggressive, and they've got a lot of speed. Moving forward, this defense cannot afford to give up big plays in the passing.
Let's see what they've got on second down. They'll give it to the back. And they pick up just one. It'll be 3rd and 9.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Working that left side now. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with the first down. And the Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. Got his man out of the backfield. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. The Gators are threatening in the red zone. From the gun, they'll try the middle. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
Little touch pass to the receiver. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gators!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. Trying to find his man on first down. He uncorks one deep. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Gets it out quickly. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a first down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
On the move. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
Defense has their hands full with this one. I know he's not the biggest guy playing the running back position right now, but they know he's going to be catching it too, and they're going to have to bring this guy.
Fires the pass, intercepted. Taking it the other way. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think he can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Moving away from pressure. Got his man downfield. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. He unleashes a long one. He's got it on the right. Touchdown, Florida! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. Then you got to give this coaching staff.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. The offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
He's right on target. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on first down. Coming after it. Fires deep toward the end zone. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Gets it out fast. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. That was a nice pickup running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn that field, and you saw that right there.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll run it from the gun. takes it to the house. Touchdown, Gator. Up and over, Yamo be there into the end zone.
And you don't want to leave your feet very often in football, but this is one of those areas where you do. In the end zone, near the goal line, you smell it. A lot of bodies in front of you. Just get up, get over top of them, get that touchdown.
What a shot in the arm something like that can give you. You take over, first and goal from the 3. Trying to pound it in. Touchdown, Florida! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Snags it over the middle. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. A new set of downs after the completion. He wants to throw. Going over the top. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
These DBs better stay ready because even though they're trailing by a lot in this game, the opponent's not trying to run the ball and bleed the clock. They are still taking shots, so you're going to have to continue to try to make plays back there deep.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
That last completion still leaving them with a 3rd down. They'll run the toss. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Complete out of the backfield. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down. He's looking to throw it. He spins that thing down the middle. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. The defender was right there. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
And the offensive coordinator here is really trying to stay aggressive and take a shot. Obviously, the offense couldn't click on that one. But later in the game, if I'm this...
He'll loft one deep down the left side. Grabs it inside the 10. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. And the Gators trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Wide receiver shows motion. With jet sweep pass. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's got his man. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Gator!
And you're really starting to see the chemistry that this guy is developing with his quarterback. They hooked up for a touchdown the first game. They do it again here. These two are on the same page.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, Dave? He's looking deep. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Nothing but green grass down the middle. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Florida!
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I tell you what, I think this guy's name would be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Caught over the middle. It's Lane. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Looks as if he's going to run it. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And you got to love this if you're the defensive coordinator, because your defense stayed disciplined. They didn't over-pursue to the running back. They stayed home, played great with their eyes, and they were able to make the tackle.
Breaks the tackle. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. On third down, he drops to throw. Makes the grab. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2.
You know, the tight end's going to have to do a better job of separating and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football. That time just couldn't create it, and as a result, as soon as he made the catch, he was brought to the ground, setting up fourth down.
No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense. Touchdown, Gator! And the punishment has been extended.
After that amazing performance in week 1, this offense wasn't content. They felt like they left some plays out on the field, even though they were able to get that win. I feel like they've taken another step. They've raised their intensity level. They've raised their execution. This team is going to be a contender this year. You can just feel it.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
That's the way to start a drive, and now they'll try to follow up on 1st and 10. Using his legs to buy some time. He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
A first down for the offense. Use the play fake. Now to throw. With the catch, it's Cook. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. New set of downs after that completion. The play action fake. Rifles it down the middle. Underneath toasted coverage. Got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Florida. And the route is on. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting. Had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. The give to the tailback. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this?
Oh, picked off. Trying to take it back. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Handoff to the single running back. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
That is just demoralizing if you're on defense, right? You're down in the game. It's the fourth quarter. You know you need to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the ball, and you can't do anything about it.
The offense sets up shop at the 46 on first down. They'll ride the hot hand. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Off the bootleg and rolling out. He's got his man. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch.
And you could tell they set up the screen action, but how about the ability to adjust, right? I see what the defense is giving me. You gonna leave that open? Okay, I'm gonna take it right now.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you want to do. Late in the ball game with the lead, establish the run, establish the physicality. And you know what helps? That clock up there, it continues to tick. So let's see if they choose to keep the ball on the ground and stay conservative and run that clock.
They knock him down at the 21. It's a pickup of 5 yards on the play and enough for a first down. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Cook. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
And just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense.
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
I You got to say, the mental toughness that this team is showing early this season was real impressive. And going down the field and scoring on that last possession, putting themselves in position here to go 2-0, they're answering the bell. This team has leadership on both sides of the ball. Very, very impressive.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. The Gators have taken it inside the 20. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
That is how it's done on third down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wants to throw on second down. He caught it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
We've got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
I think it would be great if this offense leaned on the run game more in the red zone. Leaned on their back, man. Give it to him. Let him do his thing. He hadn't even gotten the end zone yet this season, so love to see him get that opportunity to maybe punch one in here. And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today. They got to go back to the drill.
Touchdown, Gator! And the stomping has commenced. They finish it off with a touchdown and seal up this game.
And this might be what you call garbage time, and it might not really matter because you know the game's out of reach, but I like it. Keep executing, keep finding some more plays. Hey, maybe you find a play later on down the season you might come back to and say, hey, this actually worked in this situation.
When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.